You know Tupac family, if I'm not mistaken, they hired a lawyer, and I think Jay-Z, he uses the same lawyer, but, they hired a lawyer to investigate Diddy and Tupac murder. How you feel about that?
Well, if Tupac family hired investigators, and a lot of times investigators, they get more information out of people and from people than the cops do. You understand what I'm saying? So now they may go back and listen to some of the audio dialogue interviews, especially about that check that Zip had. And the investigators will try to find out where it came from, why it came, and who gave it, and what was the reason it was gave it, because they are trying to implicate Zip as being the person that got the money that Keefe D was supposed to get. Now, this is what the internet, this is what Greg Kading, this is what all the people are saying. Gene Deal is not saying that. Gene Deal said, yeah, I saw the check for $1 million. And I told y'all what the check was for, because Zip told us for Black Ground Records, Barry Hankinson, and old boy gave it to me. So now it comes out years later that Puff paid somebody $1 million and gave it to Zip, but it was supposed to go to Keefe D now. Now, where that shit came from, I don't know. But maybe Tupac family want to do some research theyself and find out theyself. You get what I'm talking about?
Right, right. But with everything that you know, right, what do you think Tupac family should be mad at Diddy about?
I think the family should be mad at Diddy creating the atmosphere, as well as Suge Knight. And Pac had a lot to do with it himself. Pac had a lot to do with it himself. Because Pac knew that Big had nothing to do with him being shot that night. And Big didn't know anything about it. So, yeah, they should be upset with Diddy and Suge for creating the atmosphere to sell records, as well as the media. But Pac has a lot to do with that too.
Speaking of Big, and I don't know if this is true or not, but maybe you can tell me, because I always heard this rumor. Is it true that the main girl in the Big Poppa video is a transsexual?
Yeah, yeah. That's the girl. The girl. Yeah, 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 yeah,
It
yeah,
was a
yeah.
transsexual in there, and she ended up getting killed.
Yeah, I heard the same thing too, man. I think that uh that gingerbread the transgender, they killed themselves or whatever. Yeah, but it was a transgender way back then.
And no one knew she was a transsexual.
I guess not. Or somebody did know that, but didn't tell the artist. They played like that, man. That was what was that it wasn't Hype Williams, was it? It was one of those guys who was big at that time and they was doing all kind of videos. What's the director that did the video? Was it Hype Williams or that other guy? Benny Medina, Benny something?
Nah, it wasn't Benny Boom. I can tell you that now. Let me look it up. Hype Williams.
A lot of them dudes was into that lifestyle, man. And you can't tell me that they didn't know. They probably knew, but they ain't tell the artist that. The artist don't pick the dancers in the video. But it was a transgender. A gingerbread man.